She has been excelling beyond the expectations. Did you go to high school here?
Well, I actually graduated from Friendly Senior High School, and then from there I continue on with my undergraduate studies at the Howard University.
Howard University.
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Keysha.
Proud Howard grad.
As you listen, I can tell you tonight, the Howard University graduates, and I have many friends.
If I can add the real HU.
You heard it from Keysha. I have a lot of friends, professors, deans that I worked with. And I'm telling you, if they are listening tonight, they are very, very proud of just mentioning the Howard University. And I know you have done a lot of work. Now, Keysha, I've sat down with you many times, and you had to, to overcome quite a number of challenges. We haven't even gone yet to the women leadership area.
Yes, yes.
But during your education, you were able, you actually faced quite a number of challenges that you needed to overcome. What are some, give us a snippet, what are some of the things that you actually faced as you went to school, even when you were after high school?
Okay, well, let's just step back just a little bit. From Howard University, I started, actually matriculated to Strayer University, and that is actually
Strayer University.
where I connected with Dr. Jeff here.
Me?
Yes, yes. I studied with a master's in health services administration.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are talking of my student. One of the things I just wanted to take a minute there, because I'm spoiled. And there's one thing that is very important. I told you before in this show that it gets everybody from landscapers to the managers, to the leaders. And I was a university campus dean, and I'll tell you, I follow my students. And Keysha was one of the people I followed until she has become very, very excessively, very, successful. And I wanted to bring her to the studio so that she can continue, telling us how she has done all this. So tell us about your encounters with, I do remember you in class, definitely. Go ahead.
Yes. I had a great experience at Strayer University. Dr. Jeff challenged all of us each day, and each week I should say, to think big, to really think big, and he definitely inspired us. We were always excited, to come to your classes. We had lots of dialogue, real life experiences, where you were able to actually help us to navigate through certain systems and situations, if you will. So
now you see, when I talk about teachers, and last week with a professor in the studio, and I talked about the responsibility, the big responsibility on the shoulders of professors and teachers across the country. When you talk of a teacher, and you're gonna see that my work is not just studying in the radio. I started a long time ago, influencing my students, anyone I could come across. If you declare that you're gonna help other people be more than what they can be, even after you leave them, they continue in that direction. That is what we call a real teacher. It's not just transferring the knowledge, not just telling people A minus B, you got it right, you got it wrong. No, you have a bigger responsibility of shaping future for your students and making a difference. I am so proud tonight to be able to host one of my students. She's successful. She has become an executive. And what else could I have asked? No money can ever pay me for that. So tell me, let's talk about a little bit about your work. Keysha, you are a healthcare executive.
Yes.
And you have done this for a while. You have over 10 years experience. And I know more than that, you're a mom and you are family. And what are some of the challenges that you experience as a woman executive and a leader? Tell us something about that. And those who are joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Keysha Dell in the studios. You can always call in and ask questions for Keysha if you want. The number is 800-450-7876, 800-450-7876. This is Transition Point, WOL 1450, every Saturday, 1 to 2 p.m. on your Kaya radio dial. You can also catch us up on HD2 on FM radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at work. Keysha, tell us the challenges.
Well, it's definitely a good question, Dr. Jeff. It's a juggling act. It's something that I could not do by myself. without the support of my loving husband, Mr. Earl Dale.
Odell, okay.
And definitely, it takes a village, and it takes a village, not just at an adolescence level, but as also in adulthood and your professionalism. You definitely need that family.
Keysha mentioned something very important. Success. And I've written about the success, and you can pick up my books. What other book do I like the most anyway? She mentions something about being successful. You need the support of your family. And we thank Mr. Dell for actually supporting Keysha so that finally she can be with us in the studio and being this successful. It's just a pride. We know and I'm very proud of Keysha here because she accepts and she admits this was not just her cause by herself. Her husband, the kids had to be able to support her and have the freedom of mind and presence of mind in class. I tell you, she was one of my smartest students, very mature. She was always on point. Her answers, I can always tell you, they attracted me to be able to follow the future of this young lady. And tonight, we are seeing good results of family, professor inspiration, and I'm proud we did it together. Now, tell us, let's go ahead a little bit. Tell us, what are some of the challenges as a leader? Is there some of the challenges you have to overcome as a woman leader on daily basis, Keysha?
Yes, absolutely. Being a mother, being a wife, and also transitioning and putting on that business hat each day. Time management.
Time management.
It takes time management. I would definitely be remiss without sharing that I also had a support group of mentors that supported me throughout my entire professional development. And I would not be here today without them. They actually passed the torch and taught me a lot and, just helped me along my way.
Something that is very important, time management. And myself, I've written about it in my book called Timing, Engaging When It Matters the Most. I had so much fun writing that book, Timing, Engaging When It Matters the Most, because you have to do time management correctly. And this is very important. Mm-hmm. If you do something the wrong time, yes, it has been done, but the wrong time. So timing exactly, timing is everything. The impact will be almost brought down to zero because you did it, yes, but you did it the wrong time. It's like paying rent on 25th. The landlord wanted it. When did the one landlord want it? He wanted it at first, maybe latest 5th, and you are paying it on 25th. You are messing up the game. The mortgage is not waiting. Timing is everything, and then you strain the relationship, and then next thing there's gonna be problems with you and the landlord. So timing is very important. Trying to juggle in the morning, the husband helping with the kids to go to school and dressing them up and picking them up in the evening so that she can have presence of mind and peace so that she can go forward. And I'm telling you, I'll be talking to many organizations, including universities, we are looking for recommendations for those, and we ask the organizations to talk to us so that we can know whether people are able to get the support they need in the university, whether they are having the inspiration, whether the professors are interested in their future. I did that as a professor and as a university dean. So I'm proud that's gonna be happening. Now, Keysha, I wanna know, there is a lot of other things that you have done and some of your interests that you like to have. Since you have been able to succeed as a student, you talked to me a little bit, as a matter of fact, how your mom used to go to work holding your hand and going to school with you and also going to college as you went to Howard University along with your mom. Can you tell us that a little bit before we go to the next step?
Yes, absolutely. My dad passed away when my brother and I think I shared with you that I have a
Sorry
twin
to hear about
brother,
that.
I'm a fraternal twin. And my dad passed away when my brother and I were 3. However, my mom still continued on with her education. And there were times when my mom would take my brother and I to night school with her. And her level of tenacity, her level of facing adversities assisted me in growing during my professional development.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, talk about succeeding on the face of challenge and the importance of parents in the kids' lives. I have reason to believe Keysha, her siblings, they learned from their mom. They watched the mom go to school. And look, education, there's never too late. Those who are keeping education on the side and saying that, I will do it after the kids go to school. Come on, go to school. I told you, this is transition point. You're going to be transitioning from what you're doing for the better to the next level. And I don't back out. I'll push you till you move. Because success is going to be on your side. When I'm done, I want to be able to, when my son sits down and I'm done, I want to be able to go and say, it was real after my life is over here. I made the difference. I changed lives, one life at a time, and I'm glad I'm making that difference in Washington, D.C. area. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you can go to school, encourage your kids, they learn from you. I have reason to believe Keysha continued going to school even when the mom was done with the school. In fact, as a student of mine, I watched her juggle through family, education. She was still an executive. She was actually not yet an executive. Then later she was promoted and all that. She was having still family. She was coming to school, juggling everything. And I am sure her kids, they're going to learn something. Mom went to school, working, cooked us dinner. The husband was there to support. And this is what it is, succeeding in the face of challenge. I'm very glad to have you in the studio. Now, Keysha, tell us something else here before we talk about a nice book you have written. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't even turn that dial, because this is transition point where you change your lives for good, because knowledge is power. Keysha, what do you want to do for the younger ones who what can you tell the younger ones? I want you to tell us what you can do, what is in your mind, what are you able to transition other people's lives. I want you to cut the red tape. I want you to bring down the barrier. What is that you're going to do? What can you do?
All right. Well, one of the things I desire to do is to coach and mentor younger women. I'd like to share with our listeners today that, you if you believe in yourself, you just set some goals. You definitely need mentors. Mentors are the key to your success.
Yep.
Absolutely. You need someone that can share with you, talk about some of the mistakes that they've had, some of the mistakes that you've made, to assist you in navigating through that. It gets to be a little tough and challenging, and we all need someone to assist us during our journey.
Oh my goodness. I was with Dr. Willie Jolly earlier. He and I, we got to get together, we get together, and he mentors me. You associate yourself with people who are successful, and as a matter of fact, before they even find you, it is your success. It's yours to guard it, to pick it and roll. Go and score it, because you are the one to live that life. Ask for mentorship. And people are out there waiting to help you.
Yes.
Every time I've been asked to be a mentor, I've always said yes. I don't remember telling somebody no. So all you need is to find someone who is successful where you want to go. Do not get into a bus going to Washington, D.C. if you want to go to Baltimore, or a bus going to Baltimore if you want to go to Washington, D.C.
Right.
You will never get to either city. You got to decide. We talked about life as a project. You need to know what you want to do in life, and then you find your way there, design it and walk it. I'm going to go to the last part of our show. And Keysha, let's talk about your book.
Yes, let's talk
You had a
about it.
wonderful book, and I read it. And tell us, what is the title of that book?
Rock Bottom Success.
Rock Bottom Success. I read that book at least 3 years ago, and I'll tell you, it was a wonderful book. But tell us, what motivated you to write that book?
Well, I experienced my own very rock bottom experience.
Okay.
I made the decision to leave a job prematurely, and then from there, things just kind of spiral. And as Dr. Jolly had shared, you have to face those fears, and you have to be encouraged to come back
to come back.
To come back.
What are some of the topics that you cover in that book?
Well, I leave a lot of pearls of wisdom
Yes.
for my readers.
Yes.
And I give them the good, the bad, and the ugly about working in corporate America and some of the challenges and,
Yes.
and you know, to assist them and not being able to take on those same mistakes as I did. And some of those pitfalls in working in a workplace environment as a woman, professional business person.
I like good, bad, and ugly. I am telling you, it is time when people start talking the truth. They started dishing it out as it should be. That's what we do in Transition Point. Because unless you know the truth, I have heard a great saying, the truth sets you free. You definitely need to know the truth so that you can release yourself from the past and transition to the future. And unless that happens, knowing the truth, you cannot transition. Information is power. We are living in social media times. We are living in information age. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know information, you'll be left there. And this information is very important. Tell us, where can we get that book?
You can find the book on alexmaxpublishing.com. It comes in a book form as well as Kindle and PDF.
Kindle and PDF.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Repeat that source where you can get the book.
alexmaxpublishing.com. So that's ALEXMAXX publishing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There you have it. Keysha Dell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to know more about Transition Point, you always know this is Transition Point. We bring you skills that you need. We are here to change you, to change lives one person at a time. And you can always go to my website. Use write to me. Leave me a note. Tell me what you like to see in the show. Tonight, we had Willie Jolly, Dr. Willie Jolly. We had Keysha Dell. I'm sure you have learned a lot. And there are going to be more, not about the celebrities we had today. We're going to also have landscapers. I plan to bring Jose Rodriguez, a landscaper, successful landscaper. And I want him to tell us how he overcame challenges and be here. Other people have spoken to Nyam Nyam, and he should be on the show. I would like Nyam Nyam to come to the show wherever he is. He's a great student as well. And let me tell you, go to drjeffspeaking.com. You can pick up my 2 books, Timing, Engaging When It Matters Most, Succeeding on the Face of Challenge as well. Send me an email, and I'm gonna, from our studios, this is Transition Point with Dr. Jeff. I'm gonna thank Kiana, our technical staff, for all keeping us in shape and making sure this show is smooth. From my bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, until next week, we bring it to you, you pick and roll, you dunk, you succeed, it's yours to go home with. Go home with the ball. And I'll tell you, yours for the asking. Whatever you ask, it's my command. See you next week. Thank you.
See you next week. We facilitate, we take the lead.
Hey everybody, I'm Israel Houghton with Israel A New Breed, and for over 105 years, the historic Piney Woods School has specialized in equipping the hands, heart, and hands of economically disadvantaged students from around the world with a first-class education. However, the Piney Woods School needs your help, so we ask for your support to help sow into Piney Woods' mission. Log on to pineywoods.org to find out more about Piney Woods School and how you can give from the heart.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe, but are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to
I always ask my consultants, how did we do? How did we do today?
Good. It was a great show. It really was.
She's the one who makes, I usually ask her honestly to tell me Where do you think I went wrong? And I adjusted. She hasn't given me great things, and I adjusted a lot, and I keep on. She's my consultant, so I owe her a big time. So you think it went great today?
Hopefully I wasn't too great content.
Yeah. No, she was persuasive. Yeah. I'm gonna bring her again. Kiana, and I thanked you.
Yes,